Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for yet another match of the Dubai Sevens. It is going to be very exciting, this one, as we have got a match between France, who did finish second in the Olympics for the Sevens. It was the Tokyo Olympics, and they were able to get the silver medal. And then also there is going to be their opponent of the USA. That was almost the sentence. Bear with me. We are sitting 12:45 a.m. here in New Zealand. We have been up pretty much all night as well. Oi, oi. And the chat from Mark as well. Welcome into the live stream. And hey from Ellie as well. Welcome in to you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. We are currently sitting, like I mentioned, past midnight here in New Zealand. We just saw Brazil get the win over Spain in the women's division, with it being 26 points to 12, which was pretty awesome to see. But now this next game is just about upon us, France versus the USA, which should be a very exciting one. They are just showing the women's standings at the moment. France and Australia both getting 2 wins from 2 so far. And this next match, the USA, they have played one game. They lost it by 40 points, and that was the very opening fixture of this kind of series, I guess you could say. But there are plenty more matches to take place, not just today, not just tomorrow, but then also we are going to get to see the later stage, which is next week. We will get to see it all happen once again, which is absolutely incredible. But now France and also the US both making their way out onto the field, and what will be very exciting to see who can get the better of it. I know that Chiafani will be one to watch out for France, and then maybe you go Chita Imba for the USA as well. We have got there. Let's go France in the chat from Aiden. Have you put money on the McKeon, Aiden? I feel like at this stage you are either being successful with the money making, or maybe it will end up backfiring. But we will have to wait and see. But Chita Imba, one to watch out for. Also, Maha was doing pretty well there, and Alina Olsen alongside Gustasis is going to be co-captains for this one. Alus La Blues, Boom Boom America. I don't know what the Americans say as well. I don't know whether I've ever heard an American say Boom Boom America, but I like it. Sounds all right. Might catch on, but now this stage, I believe they will be chanting USA, USA for their side, but it is going to be Zussman once again who will be in charge of this fixture. She's been busy today, and it will certainly be tough, not just for the players out there in the heat, but also for the referees. We've got to give them some credit. Put $20 on France, paying $1.20 as well, says Aiden there. And now this one is about to be kicked off. France have not lost a game yet in this Olympic. Oh, I almost called it the Olympic, but the Sevens competition in Dubai. But France is going to be kicking off here. And it's taken beautifully there by Maha. Being able to take it down very nicely. And it is once again going to be in the hands of the USA. They will want to start this match well. They did not start well up against Australia, that is for sure. They did end up losing at 45 points to 5, which is a game that they definitely will want to forget and try and find themselves some momentum here. But it is going to be now Tapper with the inside ball. It's been dropped, though, by, in the end, Kelter. And now it's on the side of France, and they are going back for the scrum. So I make $24 as well, says Aiden. So how are you sitting at this stage, Aiden, for the kind of whole day, I guess? Have you gone up or down? Or do let me know. But now it is going to be the French scrum here for the side. It is sitting 6 minutes 20 into this one, or I should say 6 minutes 20 left. And good luck with the bet, Aiden, as well as Sebastian there. But yeah, we have only had a minute so far in this game. The next game we are covering on the channel will be Great Britain versus South Africa, and that will be an exciting one because both of the sides remaining undefeated up till this point in the men's. And then after that, it will be Argentina versus the USA, and Argentina just coming off a big win. USA struggling so far throughout the Sevens circuit, but now, once again, it is going to be in the hands of Fanny Horta. They are saying at this stage is not out there on the field, but instead it is going to be Okimba passing it out the back line now, and Chiafani, as soon as she gets the ball, you know there's danger. Oh, she's been nailed there, though. Oh, no, actually, it was the number 10 at the end. Oh, and now that is going to be the penalty. A bit of both, to be honest. I'm down by $6 as well. Says Aiden there now. It's going to be a great step from the USA, trying to drive their way forward. Ripped away, though, by Chiafani. And she has been absolutely phenomenal. And not just the Olympics. I would say that silver medal was not just down to her, but also a few of the other teammates. But she was certainly a big part of it, and she has been put under pressure here. And a good tackle from Maha. Now going to be rolling back here, and it is still available here for France, just trying to hang on to this ball for a little bit longer. Now going through Okimba, trying to break the line. Tackled by Chita Imba. That is going to be an awesome battle between those two ladies in the number 1 jersey, but that is going to be going back for the penalty for offside. And now France take the quick tap once again, trying to back the base. Giafani with the ball on the inside now. So back across field. And we are actually going to have one more women's game that we are covering on the channel today. That is going to be Fiji versus Russia. That's going to be a nice backline movement. And now Okimba with the fend as well. Going still Okimba. She's got too much toe. And she scored the first try of the match here for France. And we will add that one to the try scorers list. And tell you what, there have been a lot of tries being scored today, and it is going to be awesome to see once we get to see who wins this one, when we get to watch next week's as well, see who has improved, who is kind of downgraded from this week. We have seen so far a few of these sides starting extremely well in this competition. France, this stage, have been undefeated up till this point, 2 wins from 2. And we have also got their try in the chat from Sebastian there. Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see exactly who will be able to make it through to that first, second, and third spot for both of the, I don't know where that accent came from. It sounded like I started getting a both accent, but 4 minutes left in this first half of this game and 7-0 now to France. So they have had a decent start there. It's taken nicely by the US, close to the touchline now. It's going to be loose once again, and that is something that the men's side have actually been struggling with a little bit. Their handling has not been sharp. Next week, they are playing in Dubai again. They are indeed now. It's going to be a good run forward here for Maha. And she's going through it. It is going to be now the try opportunity. No, Kelter's going to be chased down there. And it's bounced off the face of the forehead of the USA player. Now Maha, she goes over and she scores the try there for the USA. And now they are right back into this game. I believe that's going to make it 7-7 in the early stages. And they would absolutely love to be able to score a few more tries. That's the thing. Even this early in the game, 7 points is more than they scored up against Australia. And we are only a few minutes into this fixture. So that is certainly a benefit for them. Maha, she ended up getting the ball straight to the forehead, but doesn't count as a knockout. And you can use your forehead all you like in this game of rugby. But she puts the ball down in the end over the line. And it did become the try for her side. Yeah, pretty much just bounced straight off the mush. And then ends up picking it up. Referee said it was the forehead. And Maha pins the ears back. Goes straight through the tackle of Pele. Oh. That is not a good drop kick, though. That is actually missed. So now they are sitting exactly on the same points as they did have up against Australia. I thought for sure that was a given. It was straight out in front, but they go away to the left-hand side. So now the score is going to be 7-5. Kicked off now. Giovanni takes it nicely. Looking for the step on the outside, but Kelter, was she able to push her out? No. Still available here for the French. And looking for it in the breakdown was the USA. Now it is going to be running back sideways. It's going to be awesome. Still yawning, but now it's going to be nicely done there. And it's going to be the try once again here. And Thomas scores it. Chris Thomas has been able to get it there. That was the worst possible time to yawn, but now they have scored more points than they did get up against the USA. That should be an easy kick, but I am hesitant to give them the points here for that kick. But that was a nice ball on the inside. Once again, finding the offload. And it was who then went into the hands of Chris Thomas. She had the step, went straight round. It was Pele, and because of that, she does score her first try of the match. And I believe, was she the lone try scorer in that game up against Australia? Might be wrong there, but I could be right at the same time. But it's a nice try there for Chris Thomas, and she is happy with that one. And now they need this one to go over for the drop kick, and that is what they have got. So now they score 12 points to the USA and 7 for France now. And what promises to be a very exciting one. Looking forward, and that one is going to be kicked off once again long. From it was Kelter, taken nicely inside of her own 22 here for the French player, or Giovanni. No, just able to hang on to it, and it is going to be Kimbo once again firing it back. My voice is trying to disappear. Hopefully it does last throughout this whole one. It's going to be once again offloaded into the hands of Kimba. She's been wrestled down hard, though, and back to the feet. Still available, though, for France, and this is one of those games that it seems like it could be going down to the wire. Perhaps Giovanni now once again trying to get the step going. But she is wrestled down straight on the ball there. No, not able to get it there. Chita Imba now looking for the dummy cell. Trying to go around the side of the breakdown. It is a decent run there from Izar. Once again, Jackal, though, and it is going to be the penalty to the USA. One of the players at the moment is down for USA, but they are going to be taking it quickly. So really they are playing with 6 at the moment because it looks like there is a bit of an injury playing into the factor. Maha once again going to be dragged down. She's playing very well. Good news. The Sevens game will stay up on the World Rugby channel to watch later. Which games would you recommend from the ones we've seen so far? Ooh, I mean, if you like watching fast, like kind of free-flowing rugby, the Australia versus USA game for the women's, the very first match was absolutely phenomenal from the Australian side. But then also, if you like seeing an upset, Spain versus USA for the men's, that was a pretty awesome one when Spain might or might not have been able to get the win. I realize I just spoiled it for you. I do apologize, although you probably already know about that result. Now it's going to be an inside ball, and it's another try here for the USA, and Gustastis is going to be scoring it. And this is looking good for them at the moment. She looks like she's exhausted. She's lying in the shade. I'm not too sure whether or not it is an injury or whether it is possibly Just that situation of a little bit of the feel in the heat. Bloody France going to make me broke as well, says Aiden. It seems to be no matter what, whoever you've backed today, Aiden, a majority of the time, the games have been very close and they normally make the late comeback. So I have to wait and see whether or not that will be the case here as well. But at this stage, USA sitting very nicely, 19 points if they do get this kick, and then 7 points to France as well. But she's very happy with that one. Good stuff. She is the co-captain of the USA side. This is a tough drop kick. I probably shouldn't have awarded her the points so quickly, but I was confident and she has got it straight down the middle. 19 points to the USA now, 7 to France going into halftime. This is a much better performance from the from the States than we did see in that first game up against Australia. Apart from the Catholic games, I will download those and put them in the homework folder as well. Says Sebastian there. I feel like you and George have the same folder, perhaps, Sebastian. If I'm not wrong. But now 12 points difference between these two sides. If France get 2 converted tries, they will be right back in this game. And that is exactly what they will be after once again. Trying to sneak in at the moment. I think it was because we have been going from about, I want to say it was around 5:30 that we did our first live stream of the Sevens. And now we are sitting 1 a.m. So we've been going for around 8 hours or so, which is impressive. And we're going to be continuing to go. We'll be up for about 12 hours in total for the Sevens, but that is why I absolutely love it. It's just back to back to back to back, and I am looking forward to seeing that game. The final match of the night is going to be actually Fiji versus Australia, and that's going to be an exciting one. And then the match before that, Fiji versus Russia in the women's division. So I'm looking forward to seeing that one as well. But we are going to be covering those two. Also, Great Britain versus South Africa, Argentina versus USA are the other 2 games that we will be covering tonight. And then we've got plenty more coming tomorrow, including the Barbarians. In the rugby union side of it, we are going to be watching them take on Manu Samoa, or the Samoa 15, I believe they are called, for this one, which will be an interesting contest between those two sides. That kicks off at 3 a.m. It is roughly the same time as the final matches of these. So unfortunately, it does mean we are going to be missing those finals this week, but we will be doing the finals for next week as well. We will be doing every single match that we can. Also, Monday night, I am keen to possibly do one of the Gallagher Premiership or actually the URC, one of those 2 matches we will be covering on the channel, just because we haven't done too much of that recently, and I do miss it. But we might even have a gaming live stream coming tomorrow. There is plenty happening on the Kiwi Lads channel, so if you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But it is going to be Kelter, once again, kicking off this one for the USA, getting us underway for the second half. 12-point lead here for the States. Can they hang on? Or can they extend, perhaps? The way they are going at the moment, that one has gone 10. Chris Thomas not quite able to take it, but it is going to be bouncing back. And it is available for the US. Thomas plays halfback now. Fires it back across field, and it's looking like they've got plenty of space on the outside if they decide to use a Kelter with the wide lobby pass. Now it's going to be a good tackle there from Giafani. Very good with her defense. Not just an attacking player, also seems to be all around. That's going to be the quick tap taken there for the US after winning the penalty. Now Chita Emba going to be having this ball in hand, trying to break through the tackle, not quite able to. Still available though for the US, and if they can hang on to this ball as much as possible in the second half, they will have a good chance of being able to win it now. Going back across field. Nice inside ball there into the hands of, it was Chris Thomas once again with the carry. Being put under pressure, that's a penalty to France though. And I honestly think the Aussies won't be able to stop the Fijians either. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Because the Fijians, that's a knock on from Giafani. Real mistake from her. But both of these sides really, Fiji and Australia, they both had a tightly contested game, or relatively tight, with Canada. And Canada are nowhere near a side that you should sleep on. That's why France, their games coming up will be so important. They will need to probably really dominate that game up against Canada if they do want a chance of making it through to the quarterfinals, or else Canada, who are ranked 8th at the moment, I think they will be going through, depending on how it goes, of course, with the rankings. But Kenya have been struggling at the moment. Unfortunately for them, looks like they might be missing out on going through, and instead Argentina, who have been playing very well so far. It is going to be the scrum here for the US. 6 minutes left in this half, and we haven't had a yellow card yet, and that is a rare occurrence in these kind of games so far. A lot of them have had at least 1 yellow. Don't think we've had a red card yet, though. So maybe, there's a time for everything. Australia versus Fiji, I feel like that one would be a safe one to say that there might be at least a yellow, if not a red, throughout that fixture. But now out the back line once again here for the US, trying to set it up. Maha's on the outside. She does receive it. Wide cutout pass now. And it is going to be the number 8 flying down the wing. It is going to be Gray. She's got pace. She's been ankle tapped, though. She's landed on her face. She gets back up. She goes again, but she's going to be dragged down 5 meters short of the line. Brilliant defense from France. Once again, fighting for a spot in the semi-finals. Giovanni rushed the fence there. Going to be a bit of pressure now. And it's going to be a good tackle there from France. All of a sudden, she's gone from being 5 meters out for the United States to now being about 35. But they are still going to be going for it. It's going to be Maha once again. It looks like almost turning into a maul here. Has been called as a tackle. So they do have to release her. Seems like maybe the USA, they aren't too far away from maybe being able to break through. It's a good run there from Kelter once again there. She is going to be dragged back. Let's say, mate, I'm doing GTA San Andreas here. Hopefully you have been. Have you been playing that game much, James? And if you have been, is it any good? I have seen mixed reviews of it in terms of the fact that it isn't really what people were expecting. It's a lot of pressure there from France, I should say, and it's a penalty to them as well. Brilliantly done there by the French. Take the ball. The ball is right there as the call, and it's going to be the quick tap taken by France. Now remembered, our remastered edition, James, as well. Sees it, Sebastian there. Giovanni straight through, and she has just hurdled her way to the try line. It's going to be pressure on her, and she has been able to score it there. She's looking exhausted, but she's going to need another one. And we have got there. Hey, Michelle, how are you hanging in there? I feel like that just answered how I am hanging in there, but I'm doing pretty well overall. I've been up for quite a few hours, but I'm still feeling relatively fresh. I feel like the drinking in between live streams in terms of maybe having some liquid like a water or something might be what will keep me going. Try as I said, Sebastian, how much time is left? And there is still another 4 or 5 minutes left in this game, so plenty of time for you to be able to make your money, that is for sure. It is currently 3 minutes 45 left in this game. That one has gone over, so the score now 14 for France and 19 for the US. Only 5 points difference. Can they go through Giovanni? If she scores one more try, I would say France will be able to win this game, but if not, maybe the USA, they can hold on. And at the moment, it will be fight or flight for them. They need to make sure they win this one. Bloody hell, I really need to focus as well. See Sebastian there, and he has got there the try for the US, and then the try for France. And so, yes, they hydrated, buddy, as well, says David. And that is the kind of good thing about, rather than doing like a full 12-hour live stream of these matches, doing them in kind of individual matches, because it does mean that I have got time in between to try and get a drink and also just chill out a little bit in between all of the chatting that we will be doing at Remember now, with the offload in the USA, they're inside of their own 22, 3 minutes left in this game. The last time I played it was 2018, and it was the best. You can make a character fat or buff, and by going to the gym, you can ride jetpacks too, and more, as well, says James Gordon. So I'm very keen to get something going, maybe on the gaming channel for France. Please don't make me broke, as well, says Aiden there. And it is going to be a big tackle. Now, still only 10 meters out from the line near the United States. They are getting slightly trapped, and it is going to be still available for them. Looking to the short side here. Maha once again with the fan, beautifully done. And now it's a foot race. She's got pace, Maha. She's going to be going all the way. Or is she? Tell you what, she's steamrolling in there. And it is going to be Chitemba trying to catch her, not able to. Sorry, it was actually, in the end, Okimba. That was a chase down, but she didn't stop her. And now it is going to be another try for the USA. Could that be the win for them here? Sitting on 24 points now, 10 points difference. This kick is crucial for them if they do want a chance of being able to win this one. And also we have got there your legend mate Hamish in the chat as well, and the Kierans as well. And also we have got there, you can start a gang ball with the ballers as well. And cheers, mate. We're going with you. Because we're here because we love it rugby. So I struggle to read that one. We're a little bit there and just play the missions as well, says James Gordon. And bloody hell, man, that sucks as well. Not confirmed, but it looks like the next 2 rounds of the URC in South Africa are to be postponed. Hopefully not cancelled at all. The same, but all the same. I'm hugely disappointed. South Africa is constantly finding new variants as well, says Kanakoinen. So how long do you think it will be, Kanakoinen, until they confirm whether or not those games? Because I mean, the next game that was going to be taking place in South Africa, I believe, if I'm not wrong, that's less than 24 hours away or somewhere around there. So do let me know whether or not they have confirmed that it has been postponed now, or whether or not it is going to be just a future one. But hopefully it won't be delayed for too long. There's going to be a knock on there from USA, or they did say it went backwards. So it is still available for France here. Could almost be a penalty. No, not quite. Okimba now passing it back across 90 seconds here to get 10 points here for France. And it's looking like it's opening up a little bit for them. Good run on the inside from it was Agreses there. Did have that carry. Good pressure there from Chris Thomas. Trying to get this ball back for the Australians. That's not the team that they are playing. It's the US here. And now with a good run forward. Good tackle once again, though, from the USA. They're hanging in there for this game. Chris Thomas, I should say. Still staying down. Another offload there for France. They've got 50 seconds. That's looking like maybe has she got the pace to be able to score the try. If she does, Kelter trying to force her wide. And that is exactly what she's going to do. She scored the try, though, but now it is going to be an important one for the next 30 seconds as well. Don't know yet. Ball 14s, Munster, Cardiff, Scarlets, and Zipre are working with the URC to get home immediately as well. And also we've got their bit of fatigue buddy and hydrate my man. And they're bloody USA paying $7 to win, really. As well, says Aiden. Surely not from here. Maybe? No, surely not with the elder. Right there. Apologies for the confusion. Don't worry, Sebastian. You just have a few too many G's sneaking in there. They're checking this one. Oh, she bounced on her face hard, but she's hung on to the ball. Fair play to her. She's done well. And now France going to be right back in this game. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the try. It's an important drop kick because they either need to get this one over or they need to get their next one over here for France to be able to get going. But it is going to be the restart now from the halfway line. Important for France once this kick doesn't go over. So now the score is going to remain 19 points to France, 24 before the game started as well. Suzanne, geez, that is good money for the USA. But I guess after that performance up against the USA, up against Australia, you would be thinking, was her face pretty anxious? Says David, I mean, it was before she went down. It was afterwards as well. She could have broken her jaw, but hopefully she is all right. It really smacked on the ball hard for her as well. And I imagine later this afternoon, the news will be announced as well. Says Kana going in there and got my water and my lemonade with me as well, says Sebastian there. And also before the game started, I heard you can play basketball in GTA San Andreas. I know you can do a lot. Oh, it's going to be Kelton now just trying to stall time a little bit here. And she will be offloading this one back, or will she? And now the USA, they kick it into touch and they will be securing that win. 24 points to 19, their first win of the competition. And what was a very tightly contested game, a very tough one for both of these sides. But France, they just missed out. The third-ranked team versus the fourth-ranked team. USA able to get the win, 24 points to 19. But that is the second last game of the women's that we are going to be covering on the channel. The next one is at 4:05 a.m. for the women's. That is Fiji versus Russia. But before then, we've got a few more men's matches that we are going to be doing. Great Britain taking on South Africa. That is at 1:40 a.m. New Zealand time. So that is going to be in around 30 or so minutes time. That one is going to be taking place in Ice USA as well. These games going on. Are you serious? I'm now broke. Are you serious? As I says Aiden. It is a risky one because sevens is very tough to predict. Like, I guess your best bet is probably to go with a couple, like, I guess slightly easier multis like you did for the other ones in terms of combining a few of the favourites. But saying that, France were the favourites in this game and it didn't quite go the way that it was planned. But yeah, we will have to wait and see. Definitely for that Great Britain South Africa game. That's going to be a tough one for both of those sides. Then Argentina versus USA straight after that. And then closing it out for the men's, we are doing Fiji versus Australia at 4:33 a.m. And nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in once again. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is hugely appreciated. It's news already, mate. And the new virus is making news around the world now, as well, says David Davis. So yeah, if the URC is delayed, I'm wondering what that will do to not just that competition, but also whether or not maybe the Gallagher Premiership or anything like that in England eventually does end up getting kind of delayed as well. The Champions Cup, Challenge Cup are both coming up as well. And at least thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I don't know what that was, but that kind of hurt. We have got there. I'll watch for you from my PS4 soon as well, says James Gordon. So thank you very much, mate. But thank you all very much for tuning in, and I'll see you all